What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. We're here on the free-to-play account, the Road to Max Rank, and we are doing seriously super battle, all-out battles. Look at that. There's only one stage right now, and that is against Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. He has a ridiculous amount of HP, or I guess he's currently like current meta relevant HP kind of thing. It's almost 600 million HP. He does a lot of normal damage, 2.2 million damage on super, and he like has his own abilities. He might dodge and stuff like that. Anyway, he looks really good. Also, he could double super after 50%, so you kind of wanna work on him a little bit. Obviously, no nuking characters, though. This is kind of stupid at this point because, you know what I mean? None of these characters will be able to do literally anything. I mean, I guess there is setups and stuff like that, but you can still just get wiped because you can't bring items anyway. So, including these characters in this is kind of pointless now because you can't do any more than 99 million any what's. So, you know what I mean? I think this should just take this out. I think the only one I guess is Devilman, but so there's two missions outside of completing the stage to do. One of them is to do tournament participants, and the other one is to do Universe 6. Now, obviously, with the new hit that just came out and the new mega, like, there's definitely the chance of to be able to do that. But I don't have either one because I didn't summon for them. So I am unable to do the Universe 6 thing. And if I just do tournament participants with Universe 6, because it's just the roster, I don't have a good enough roster for Universe 6 to be able to do this. I don't have Kefla. I don't have Kale. Like, I don't have the Tech Kefla. You know what I mean? The Tech Duo Count Khalifa. I don't have the LR. I don't have a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So I'm unable to realistically do this fight without, like, items. And I can't use items. So I don't think I'll be able to do this specific mission, at least until I get a little bit of more of a roster with Universe 6 personally. On my main account, I can easily do it, right? But on my free-to-play, I absolutely cannot do this fight with Universe 6. I've tried already, and it has not worked out. I die immediately. The only saving grace is obviously the Tech Keflas that can just dodge freaking Goku. But it's like, it's not. And I can't do enough damage before I run out of luck. You know what I mean? Because eventually, you're not going to dodge. Eventually, you're going to get hit. And dodge characters are not a forever character unless I get dumb lucky. But instead of torturing myself, I'm just gonna wait until I get better characters. So that's my reason behind that. But yeah, so we're doing tournament participants, and we're doing what's it called? Android Tesla Saga. We're gonna see how this plays out. If this deems a little bit too difficult, because I am bringing this Perfect Cell, and he's gonna get just absolutely destroyed until he transforms. We'll just come back and do Universal Survival Saga like in the same video. Like, I'm not gonna go away and not do this within this video, but it would literally be a Universal Survival Saga team that would complete this if I can't do it with this team right here, right? Because obviously I didn't summon for Cell either, so you know. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's not waste any more time. Ooh, this is interesting. Wait, how does this play out? Do I take damage in order to just immediately transform with Cell? Let me not do that. That's definitely a strategy. So I might actually give this more than one or two tries. Maybe more than just one try after I immediately die with Incel. Just to immediately transform with them because say fuck it. Oh.
Animals that I love. Please protect them. I'm counting on you.
Everything you've done.
No. All right, so ooh, this is interesting because I don't want to do int Gohan in front. Despite the XD's evade chance, he has the all this crazy stuff, right? And I can and will be able to do all that. Oh man, how do I do this? All right, hold on. Let me see how this plays out with orbs, with orb droppage. Ooh, well that's not good. Because he needs just to be at 7 orbs. And all this obtained. I only really need 3 orbs, right? So I can get this huge damage reduction. Like everything else after that, it's just damage, which is fine, right? To receive. But I don't necessarily need it. I just need for sure 3 orbs. And then Cell, I need as many rainbow orbs as I possibly can. And as many orbs as I possibly can. So that's 3. No, that's 2. This is 3. We're gonna have to do this. I just have to make sure to get 3 orbs. And I can just get immediately through. That's crazy. So I have the damage reduction on Super Saiyan 2 Gohan at the very last slot. Okay, that's great. Alright, so this is 700,000 normal and 2.2 million super. So let's see how he takes this. 300,000. Oh my. Ugh. Oh, he takes it well, but it's. Oh man, this is. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this with this team. He has so much HP. I genuinely don't think I'll be able to do this with this team. I think it's an inevitability that I'll just run out of luck. However, there is a saving grace here. And I do have units that can go in slot 1. I do have units that like will give me a bunch of healing transformations that will do that as well. Also, you can debuff this Goku, right? He has a built-in 1% with each attack receive and 1% with each attack receive attack and defense. Oh, I guess I said that twice. But it goes down to negative 15%. So the more I smack him, the weaker he gets. And it's built into his kit, which I think that's an interesting way. So like you can't like debuff him normally, but you can debuff him. So you can't debuff him normally, quotations, right? But he debuffs himself through his own kit. Oh, sorry.
The Cell Game. I welcome any and all who think they can beat me. If you dare.
His OST goes freaking hard, dude. Alright, so creates the domain for 5 turns, high chance to addition, all that stuff. Enemy, he gets all that. Each attack performed, he gets a bunch of defense. He can, when a character is KO'd, he revives after the character's revival domain. Revival skill or character's allies have 30%. Then he's another and he guards. He's guarding right now for a few turns. No, he's not. He's not guarding. Yeah, I thought he guards. Oh, I guess I can act. I'm gonna proc his active skill for sure. I thought he guards, dude. Does he not have a revive? Or is it always immediately up? It's always immediately up. That's crazy, dude. Alright, let's proc Cell's active skill.
I suppose that was a good enough warm-up.
His active skill immediately could be procced, right? Because he is just that guy. He needs to get killed. This is interesting. I'm above 50. There's not much I can do here, man, besides exactly this rotation that you see. My only hope is that I guess this cell gets killed. Okay, then I get no. Okay. Because he'll get the revive, and then now he has guard.
I'm warning you, I won't fall for the same trick twice.
I don't know if it's me, but the voice act is a little weird. Anyway, oh, dude, this is most unfortunate. How are we looking on defense? So he has the guard damage reduction. He did increase that. You know what's crazy? I think this cell would probably be a better matchup. When there is an extreme class ally attacking in the same turn, 40%, turn hit. I think if I do this, but then I lose big bad bosses. Oh no, I don't even have big bad bosses proc. Oh, never mind then. Okay, let's do this. That's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Alright. What's his defense? 500,000. Ooh. Go, dude, sell it. The final slot's gonna get me killed. Oh no, dude. I mean, I have this huge buff, right? This isn't gonna hurt as much. Still hurt, but it's not gonna hurt as much. Oh man. Alright, the more attacks I do, the better his. Oh, he dodged it! He dodged it. Like I said, it's an eventuality that we're gonna lose because we're gonna eventually run out of luck. I mean, if we can out-heal the damage he does to us, like Super Saiyan Gohan will be fine in slot 1. Hell, he can take back-to-back supers, right? After we drop him below 50. But it's like, how can I say this? It's not looking good for us because we missed out on a turn with Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan, right? And they're going to be our defensive wall going into this. And the only reason I have an off-rotated tech cell is because we're going to keep them around for as long as I possibly can. And this Goku just dodged all the attacks. And then I eventually am going to go into Int Cell. It helps that he is double supering. Oh, dude, I'm curious. Is he going to just take a stupid amount of damage? I don't think he's going to get me killed. Okay, good. Oh, my. Whew. I was worried he was going to... It was going to be a lot more than that. I thought it was going to be... Oh, he was going to take like 200,000, 300,000 damage from normals, and it's just going to be over. But that's good that he survives normals like that. Okay, so as long as it doesn't get super, at least in this state, you'll be fine. Ooh, this is interesting. So, So we're gonna have to keep. Okay, so this cell is guarding now. He is guarding. He hasn't built up his defense yet because he just died immediately, right? But he has all of this now. He has literally 45% damage reduction in super attack. And now he's guarding with 35% damage reduction with 500,000 defense. I think he'll be fine in slot 1. It's kind of more or less the same boat with the AGL variant of, second form cell. But I'm curious how I can do this. So I'm going to have to do this. And then do this. Just so I can get all these orbs. But I get more here. Let me do this. Yeah, 6 orbs. Alright, sweet. Alright, I think we're fine. Yeah, this isn't going to do it. We're actually going to see a good, how much he's going to tank. So he tanks for 41,000. Alright, that's perfect, dude. So this cell can sit in slot 1 for the entire duration of this fight. And it's just going to be an incredibly long fight. Oh, man. And I have, obviously, Int Perfect Cell that will eventually transform. he will eventually transform, and he's perfectly protected because he's type effective, and so is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's type protected as well. So as long as, you know, the good thing he doesn't lock or do any of those shenanigans, he's just a HP. He's just an endurance fight. Oh my. And I think I can output. I think I can out heal the damage he does to me a little bit more consistent, especially once I transform to Incel. That is definitely something that that is to think about for sure. Yeah, dude. If we'll see exactly similar tanking capabilities for this transforming cell as well. Like once we get into perfect form, we'll see exactly the same tanking capabilities that we'll see the same number of tanking numbers in comparison to the STR cell, because they're basically they're very similar, if not a little bit worse, but because he does get the temporary, you know, defensive proc. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So he still has full kit, but we need a super attack, and he doesn't need to get hit in order for that to happen. But we're gonna do this just so we can proc the defensive stuff. I don't need orbs. Oh, dude, this is perfect. Would this give me tech orb? Oh my god, look at that. Alright, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to heal ourselves. Yeah, dude, and he's just getting the big defense, and now he's almost fully built up. Alright, now I'm curious. It's going to be like 150, 160, 100,000. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I can easily tank 2 super attacks back to back while I build up, say, Goku and Gohan. Once I slowly start getting them built up. And once they're all, like, getting built up and stuff like that appropriately, I'll be able to, oh, because he stacks attack. He stacks attack, then he doesn't stack defense in this state. Oh, wow. No. Oh, yeah, and every time he dodges, I think he gets a huge buff, too. We're not critting, but once we do crit with 47 million damage, we'll start doing the damage. Look at that. As long as I can take normals comfortably, I'll be fine. Alright, final transformation. And we still have active skills to proc too. I think the only one that could get me killed is Incel. He is the only one that can get me killed if he takes a super attack. I think that's the only one I'm really worried about. And he can't transform unless he takes HP. Yeah, dude, unless he takes HP. Yeah, dude. Once he transforms, like I said, once this cell transforms, like the damage, consistency of healing myself, his kit, he just becomes a literal beast. Even now, dude, he just pretty insane. He becomes more livable. He becomes a more livable character. But until that happens, we'll see. And then this, as long as I stay above 35%. He doesn't have guard anymore, but he has the damage reduction, and he has a huge stat boost. And since he's gonna be in slot 2, he'll get his super attacks effects. All right, let's keep going. I think for now on it's a battle of attrition, and then when I can transform to into perfect cell through incel is definitely when I'm gonna figure out when I'm gonna transform. And that's pretty much it. This is just a battle of, let's see how far we get, you know. Let's see if we can beat this fight. Let's see if we can do enough damage. Because if each rotation I can dish out, I don't know, 50 million collective damage, 50 to 80 million collective damage between all the super attacks, then it would literally take just 10 rotations, right? And that's all it really is, give or take. And considering I haven't really dished out the most amount of damage, and he's dodged some of the big boy attacks, and I haven't critted in some places, like the Tech Cell hasn't crit, right? He's either been dodged or hasn't critted with 47 million damage. And then there's this guy who still hasn't seen any action, 23 million. That's what I mean. Like, if I can stay a consistent, 50 to 80 million damage collectively between 3 characters, I'll be able to kill this guy very quickly. Oh, dude, look at that, bro. 2 of the missions will be completed, but not all of them because I can't do Universe 6, at least not right now. And as long as he doesn't get me killed. Alright, so hopefully we get 2 more attacks. Ooh. Alright, that's good. Whew. Alright, the domain is off, so I gotta be a little bit more careful. So we'll do this. We'll do this. And then we'll do... Look at that. Full HP. 249 million. 249,000 damage. Oh, wait. Oh no. His intro wore off. That's right. Well, that's not good. Yeah, no, he stacks attack. I might keep him in this state a little bit. Nah, actually, no, I'm gonna transform just to get the defensive side of him out and build them out. I don't know if we're almost to 50%. If we are about to go into 50% territory, or if we're already there. So I think it's per the turn proc. So if the boss goes into it over 50%, he can't like go into 50% then immediately start double supering. That's not how that works. It's definitely within the turn. If he's already under 50%, then he gets the double super attack proc. It doesn't work. It doesn't activate mid fight. That's not how that works. If that's how that works, then fucking Goku and Frieza would have been so much difficult, right? But it's not how that works. It's within turn. You know what I mean? It's within the start of turn. Activation, battle activations. Now he can double super. As long as I stay above 50, and I believe he still has his guard. He still has his guard, so I'm actually gonna do this because he has guard and 70% damage reduction across the board, and he's slightly better on stats. Actually, no, the fuck he ain't. He's like, no, he ain't. He is not better on stats, dude. I was like, no, he's not. He's not better on stats. Whew. Alright, sweet. 1 super attack. It's not going to do anything. Oh, dude, I really wish I had both 2 cells. But it's okay. Collectively, dude, I really like this cell. I really, really like this cell. Like, he's a character I would buy with coins. I really like this cell. And there's still a whole bunch of cell characters that could get super easy A's and, you know, sub easy A's. Like the STR second form cell, he needs a sub easy A. New Cell Juniors can be introduced in some way, shape, or form. A new Perfect Cell could easily be introduced. Not Cell Perfect Form, but when he comes back after he gets murked, right? He could be introduced. The Super Easy A of Fizz Cell and Cell Juniors can get introduced. Probably some other stuff as well. A bunch of the other androids could get sub Easy A's or Super Easy A's. Ooh, the AGL dual friend summon androids could get a Super Easy A. So this is not going to do anything. Yeah. All right, sweet. So both supers were done. So now we can focus on survivability here. Ooh, this is bad, dude. Actually, because we're going into the next fight without the transformation of Incel. Let's hope for good RNG, bro. That's all we can do. Ooh, bad RNG. What did I do here? Do I activate? Do I proc stuff or do? All right, we're gonna transform, and then we'll do the active skill with this guy, and then because he's fully built up, he's ready to go. And yeah, and we'll basically have the ability to go into Gohan, and then he'll tank for us very, very comfortably in slot 1. All right, let's go ahead and do this.
I give up. I learned how strong you really are. That's it. I quit. Go. It's your turn, son. You can do it.
All right, I'll try.
One last time. Show me the power we made together.
Right. May.
Now's your chance.
So good. Alright, let me just remind myself. The more HP remaining, he guards with 58% damage reduction, then he builds up every time he takes damage. Like, at a ridiculous rate, dude. It's absolutely insane. Within the first turn, if RNG is on your side, he could just be literally invincible. There's nothing that could be done. But he's only going to take 2 attacks, so he'll have the first proc. And if somehow we magically survive this turn, then we'll see. Oh, dude, this is... Alright. That's good we're not getting 18 key with Cell. That way, hopefully, he gets a double defensive proc. This is great. This is really good. Alright. And he just dodges it. Alright, sweet. Oh, he countered it. Okay. 13 million? Or that 133 million? No, that's 13 million. Yeah, that's 13 million. 14. Dude, this Gohan's near invincible. Okay. Alright, now 49. Or is that, did I say 49 or 45? Either way. Million damage. Double super. Kill him. No! Okay, we got the double super. He'll survive. Yeah, he'll survive. But now we'll survive the normals, hopefully. And then we'll go in the next rotation. Then obviously we'll be totally fine. Oh, man. Honestly, I would be much more comfortable if we were transformed into the incel. I would be substantially more comfortable with tanking damage. Hell, even tanking supers, dude. Oh, we dodged. That's pretty good. Oh, I guess we didn't activate the conditions. That's okay. Yeah, it's over. GG's. This is not going to do anything. Literally, it's not going to do anything. Again. Alright. So we win. We either win with one of the cells, or we win...
Time to get serious.
If by some miracle he dodges everything and goes to Gohan, we win with Gohan. And if by some miracle he dodges everything, we go into next rotation, we just win anyways. So it doesn't matter. GG's. The only concern I had was that Incel. but Goku fired off the super attacks before he gets supered, right? So it all worked out, and then surviving the normals was more of like if he was taking 200,000 or 100,000 for the HP remaining if he was going to get me killed. But luckily, it wasn't even any of that, and he dodged one of the attacks anyway, so, you know, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh. And then the Dokkan attack is just going to full heal us anyways at the end of this turn, so we'll go into the next fight. Fully HP, all that stuff. But if he dodges the attacks... Oh, wait. This is not even AGL Cell yet. Alright. GG. Bye-bye, Goku. I win. Alright. Alright. That was the seriously serious battle of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. The only stage that exists so far in this fight. I think this is pretty cool. I also do like how the mechanically Goku can be debuffed, but through his own kit. You know what I mean? Up to a certain percentage. I think this is an interesting way of adding a lot of power to bosses and being them a little bit overwhelming, but also restricting damage debuffing or defense debuffing through a limit within the skills of the boss themselves. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't know if they'll be able to like say, oh, you got to kill this boss within 10 turns, and every turn he gets up to, you know, 10% more dodge. You know, every turn that passes he gets like 5% more dodge, you know what I mean, up to a max of 50, right? So like the longer the fight takes, the more of a dodge character he is, right? But then that incorporates characters that can guaranteed hit bosses and stuff like that to be more useful for that fight. There's definitely a lot of implications with these bosses they can be creative with, right? You know, but this is pretty cool. I really like this. But I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. Not the most overwhelming of fights, but I for sure as hell could not do that with Universal 6 as I have it right now, because there's like literally no way. This team, only crutch was in Cell, and he didn't even transform. We'd still be able to clear this. If I had double STR cells here, dude, that would... It's over, bro. It's over. Literally over. Would be a lot... Would have beat the fight a lot faster, right? For sure. Alright. But I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Take care.